All right, here we go. Welcome to the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. My name is John Santucci, call me Tooch. With me, as always, is Anthony from Pounded Sports. Anthony, Sunday NFL Week 4. Are you excited?
Very excited, especially after yesterday's great day. Couldn't be more excited.
All right, well, we got some games to talk about today, and we'll recap yesterday. We had the top teams winning. Pretty much across the board, the top five at least won all won. We had Arkansas going to Georgia. In that big line we talked about yesterday. You said you had it nailed perfectly. You said, "Hey, the books want you to take Arkansas and all those." And well, what happened?
Yeah, Georgia just went out and took care of business. They just kept scoring, running the ball, scoring some more. And then the second half, they just ran the ball and run down the clock. Eventually, they just dominated the game. That was Georgia easy money. It turned out to be really easy money. VIPs got the under 50 on that one. We cashed on that ticket. Um, so Georgia was a great game on that one. We also hit. All right,
Yeah,
welcome back, Stooch.
I played. I was letting you talk there and focus, camera focus. I also played Georgia. After listening to you yesterday, talk about how that line was designed to suck in the Arkansas betters. I played Georgia minus. I forget what it was. I think 17 and a half. that was no sweat. I don't remember Arkansas scoring in that game.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Arkansas couldn't even put up a fight. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I thought Arkansas would have been at least scoring some touchdowns, at least some points.
Yeah.
If you would have said Georgia would have shut them out and just dominated the entire game from start to finish, I said I doubt it. So, but either way, Georgia covered. They covered the under 50 for VIPs. I thought
Yep.
that was the better play. Because second half, all they did was just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And I've never seen a fourth quarter dwindle down so quickly. So that was
Right.
beautiful for the under 50 betters.
And then the other top game was Alabama and Ole Miss, and we that might have been a trap too. We fell for the Ole Miss, with 2 weeks to prepare. They couldn't do anything again. Alabama's defense showed up at home. They
First time
probably
this
were,
season.
yeah, they
First
were
time
sick
this
of
season.
watching their own tape and coaches telling them, hey, this is unacceptable defense. So, and I think back to one of our first shows that we did for college football. You said we're not going to make any money fading teams like Alabama and Georgia, Ohio State. So we'll remember this for next week. Let's
We
talk
have
about
bet
one of
against we have bet
yeah,
against them twice this season.
right,
Alabama yesterday, and we took Akron plus 49.5. 49.5, and Ohio
yep,
State covered. So
yeah,
I was like, okay, I'm done fading these teams, even the large number.
yep. And another large number that we played yesterday was Connecticut and Vanderbilt. That paid off. You
I
know,
thought that was easy money. You have so
yeah,
you would only know about Connecticut unless you watch the games. And it just happened. I will bet on Connecticut the previous 2 weeks
right,
and see how much fight they have. And their quarterback is nothing to shame about. He's actually pretty decent. Their
yeah,
defense is they're getting first downs. The head coach, or the new head coach, the interim head coach, he's doing some good things out there. So,
yeah,
Connecticut with as a dog with large spreads, especially versus Vanderbilt, who is not probably equal to Connecticut, if anything.
yeah.
I mean, I thought Connecticut was just overly priced, underpriced. I'm sorry. So was it 16, 14, whatever it was? But I took
It was
Connecticut two different times.
yeah, it was like 16 and a half because I took Connecticut too because last week they gave I forget who they played, but they gave them everything they had
Wyoming,
last week. Wyoming, right?
Wyoming.
So that was a money for us. Now if you followed me on Twitter, I gave out Penn State minus 12.5. They shut out Indiana. That defense, pretty good defense. And then Sean Clifford, man, that guy just makes plays. He made plays all night long. So they could run the ball, they play good defense, and they could pass the ball. So, I mean, Penn State, they're a top team. So also had
Air Force.
Had
That
Air
was
Force.
my free play.
Yep, free play was Air
Force
Force,
minus
man.
11.
Great play. I played that also. I did pretty good yesterday. I was worried, man. I didn't think I was doing that good. End of the day, or not being pretty good. I had Michigan State. I had Nebraska. Those all were winners. One game that didn't work out quite for us was the Texas TCU game, which just missed the over, which was one of our top plays. It looked so good. It was like 40 points scored in the first half. Like, we were rolling.
What happened was it was first and goal on the 4-yard line. Texas offensive line gets a offside penalty. It's first and goal or second and goal on the 9. Long story short, fourth and goal on the 1. They lose a yard. So TCU gets the ball back. Long story short, they missed the over by a touchdown. And if Texas would have got that touchdown, TCU would have scored the next drive regardless, because like they did after that drive, they scored a touchdown. And that would have covered the over. We had Wake Forest over. I can't believe that covered. Louisville with a huge bomb at the end. Oregon State was our second pound of the day, minus 2.5.
Yeah.
We went 8-4. VIPs went 8-4 yesterday. Great day. And we're up over 40 units for the week. Over 40 units. I mean, I think that's just remarkable.
That's a good time to talk about some of the specials going on that we got here. Let's talk about the Pounded Sports special.
I'm doing the same.
You heard it.
We're doing the same thing as we did yesterday. 2 10-unit bombs, or free week. Plain and simple. Go to poundedsports.com. Sign up. We are. Oh my gosh, what are we? I mean, we're just killing it this week.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
We're 24-9 for the week, plus 40 units since Monday. So that's not even including last Sunday, last Saturday. That's just since Monday. So sign up. It's a beautiful time to sign up. We're hitting everything in strides. We are 14-5-2 in our last 21 10-unit bombs. So sign up.
Right on. All right, and then the Max Edge special, VIPs for Max Edge. Air Force yesterday, right? Was a VIP play for Max Edge cash?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is Max Edge 2-0 now for VIPs?
You know what? I didn't post it last night. I gave it to my free plays. But the VIPs are 4-2 in free plays overall.
Wow.
I didn't post a free play yesterday.
And all you have to do is subscribe to this YouTube channel, send a screenshot to Anthony or myself, and then ask for a follow request at Max Edge VIP. You'll get one VIP free play every day on the Max Edge VIP page.
Yep.
All right.
And I check it regularly. Just yesterday, I got busy, and next thing you know, I forgot to send a free play. But it was Air Force. If you followed me, you got the free play for the VIPs. But today there will be a free play posted in the VIP section. Don't miss out. So send a screenshot to me or Tooch and get that VIP for free.
Very cool, man. It doesn't get any easier. That free VIP plays. So, all right. Well, we got NFL going on today. Let's talk about the first game. It was the Titans and the Jets. And Jets are a 6-point home dog. Titans roll in. They've had some good wins after that horrible home opening loss to the Cardinals. Looks like they put it together, but Anthony, they've got some injuries at wide receiver. Julio Jones not expected to play. AJ Brown is out. Do you know who's going to be filling in for those guys?
That's a great question. I'll give you that answer.
Josh Reynolds and Chester Rogers. So Josh Reynolds pretty good.
You know what?
With the Rams, but
I'll still take those receivers versus Jets team. I think the
Yeah.
Jets are just permanently cursed. I mean, put every curse in sports history and just put it on the Jets. I mean, they are that bad. Zach Wilson. I mean, why in the world would you draft Zach Wilson? I mean, even before the draft, I'm like, this guy. I'm like, come on, the dude's like 12 years old. This guy is and you're gonna have an NFL quarterback.
The least ready of the quarterbacks drafted, I would say.
Pretty much.
He's going to take a couple years at least. Fading Zach Wilson has been a good play for us, especially with the under. But in this game, the under is 44.5, man. I'm not so sure the Titans can't score 35 points in this game. If Derrick Henry gets rolling, as he often does, he gets rolling. And today I expect the Titans will lean on Derrick Henry against the Jets.
I love the under in this game, and I love the Titans -6. The only reason it's is because the two big name receivers are out. I mean, Chester Rogers and Reynolds can definitely pick up the slack. And
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, Derrick Henry, he's probably going to get 30 carries today. This Jets
Yeah.
team, I mean, there's no motivation. Zach Wilson is an absolute joke. He's got, I mean,
he gets Jamison Crowder
Wilson
back today.
That's a huge addition
for him.
But I don't think Zach Wilson knows how to use Jamison Crowder.
Yeah, that's like a little safety blanket for Zach Wilson. Crowder works those little underneath routes. He's quick, he's a PPR monster if you play fantasy, but just hasn't been healthy. Last year, this year, always seems to be injured, and that's he hasn't played this season yet. So this is his first game. I expect the Titans to lean on their tight ends a little bit with their receivers. Jeff Swaim and Anthony Firkser are the tight ends. They don't have Jonnu Smith anymore. He's on the Patriots. So, they don't have good weapons. I mean, Firkser had a couple games last year where he did some fantasy relevant things, but I still like the Titans -6. Are the odds makers sucking us in with that line though for a little Jets backdoor cover?
I thought about it. But you know what? The Jets are so bad, and a lot of these games. I don't care what anyone says. People can say this is an easy day. It's a very, very hard slate today between the matchups alone, and then you add the spreads to it. There's really no eye-opening games. I had to really dig deep to find my 2 pounds.
Yeah. I'm going to give out my free play on the Twitter sphere. I do like now that I think you came into the under on this one, but you and I've had that tradition of fading rookie quarterbacks to the under, and then you figure the Titans without their top 2 wide receivers, under makes a lot of sense. So
they're just going to run the ball,
right?
They're going to pound the run the ball. They're just going to control the clock.
I mean, this game could be something like 28-12, and then you're hitting the under, 31-12, right there.
I'm saying, like
28-14.
Maybe a 30-9, 30-6 type game. I don't think the Jets get a touchdown. I really don't.
All right. Well, you heard it there. That's the Max Edge lean right there for that game. Let's talk about the Chiefs and the Eagles. The Chiefs, you and I talked before the show about how the Chiefs just don't cover spreads, just not good, but they haven't been 1-2 in a long time. So you still got Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback. How do you feel about Chiefs and the covering this one against the Eagles? I know they had a rough time with the Cowboys. Cowboys better defense than the Chiefs. The Chiefs might be the worst defense in the league. You still feel comfortable laying 7 with the Kansas City Chiefs?
So the Chiefs are 1-11-2 in their last 14 games against the spread. They've also played very good teams. They lost last week to the Chargers, which we called it on the show. We said sprinkle the money line plus 240 on the Chargers. To me, I just thought that was pretty much easy money. I even took it at +6 early in the week, +7, +7.5. Then they played Baltimore, which was a huge disaster when they gave up that 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. That Chiefs defense is rough. But this Eagles team is so bad, which we didn't. I mean, we got misled in the first week when they beat the Falcons. Falcons are not that bad of a team, but they just can't score. The Eagles only won by a touchdown, 13-6. I think it was 13-6, something like that. Either way, they didn't win by much. Um, I mean, the way the Eagles got destroyed by the Cowboys, the Chiefs are just. I think the Chiefs put up maybe 40 points on the Eagles today, just like the Cowboys did. The Chiefs are due, and this is going to be a statement game for the Chiefs. They are going to come out firing, and there's not going to be no mercy. They
I
want
can't
to
see
be
Andy Reid.
shown.
Yeah, losing 3 in a
I
row.
well, number one, there's no way, no chance in hell they lose this game. When looking at it, this is the perfect scenario. You take the home dog, but the situation, I'm telling you, the Chiefs are going to absolutely rape the Eagles today to a point where the Eagles on the sideline are going to be waving the white flag. That's how bad it's going to be.
All right, I think the Eagles can put up some points. I just don't think like they did with Dallas. They can't keep up with the offense of that firepower.
I'm predicting a 41-13 tie game. It's going to be just
it's going to be
that
close.
over
Yeah,
number.
right there. That would put the over. So you're leaning Chiefs, and for the total, that's a sharp number. You wouldn't play the total though, right?
I would not, because I think it's going to be right at that number, and you might just lose it or you might just win. It's the same exact total it was last week.
Yeah.
We bought the half point and we pushed. The reason we pushed is because there was two extra points that was missed.
Missed extra points by the Chargers kicker. And you make a great point because you said this is the same exact total number as it was with the Chargers. The Eagles are not the same offense as the Chargers when you think about it. So, if anything, I might lean to the under. But like you said, it's razor sharp.
If I had to pick, I would lean under. Because I don't see the Eagles scoring that much, but I do see the Chiefs annihilating them. Hell, they might be in the 50s. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are going to make us. This is a statement game for the Chiefs.
It should be.
This is a statement game.
All right, let's move on to the next game, which is the Giants and Saints. This is the Saints' first game back in their home stadium after the hurricane, tropical storm. You find the Chiefs are a 7-point road, or the Giants are a 7-point road dog versus the Saints. This is probably this would be my pick. Would be the Saints. I like the Saints in this game. I think they're clearly the better team. They're better on defense. They're better on offense. Hopefully, I know Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton both banged up for the Giants. The Saints have a phenomenal run defense. Probably their best strength is their run defense, and that's what the Giants are going to have to do in this game. They're going to have to run Saquon Barkley, and they don't have Shepard or Slayton to take some of that burden off the running game. What are your thoughts on Giants Saints?
So the Giants, I mean, I don't even know where to start with the Giants. I've lost so much stupid money on the Giants last week between a parlay and a straight wager last week versus the Falcons. But the Sharps were on the Falcons last week. I just couldn't touch it. I love the Giants -2.5, -3 last week. This week, I think we're going to see a lot of Daniel Jones running the ball like we saw in Washington. Daniel Jones has got to get more aggressive in the running game. If he can play week in and week out like he did versus Washington, that Giants team's going to turn the corner and start winning some games. But this Saints team, it's the debut back in the Superdome, fans in attendance, coming back from the hurricane, and I'm telling you, I think this is an emotional game for the Saints. The Saints don't just need to win; they have to win, and it's going to be a dedication to the city. Saints by at least double digits. I like the Saints.
Yeah, if the Saints come out and they play like they did against the Packers, the Giants have zero chance of coming within 7 of this game. That's why, to me, this would be the strongest play. That and the Titans. Actually, our first 3 games we've talked about are probably the 3 strongest plays on the board for today.
I hate to say it
too.
One of them, yeah, definitely. Except
Yeah.
for a couple, but yeah. But I hate to say I hate going with all the favorites so far, but I just can't take these dogs. But this is the thing about the NFL. Some of these spreads look too good to be true. Like the Titans, you said, is that a trap? It very well could be. The Chiefs -7, it very well could be. And here you go with the Saints. This is one of those games where the Giants will cover, but they can't cover versus the stupid Falcons at home. But I just can't do it.
Yeah.
If I bet the Giants +7, next thing I know, they're down 13 at the end of the first quarter. I'm kicking myself in the butt.
I can't do it with Shepard and Slayton out. I can't.
No, that's a huge factor. Huge factor. It's bad enough the Giants can't score at all. Now they got 2 receivers out. And Evan Ingram, he can't catch the ball if I depended on it. He couldn't catch the beach ball if he had to. So I love the Saints. Winston's going to air it out. Alvin Kamara is an absolute animal. That as long as he stays healthy, the Saints got a shot at making the playoffs. If he gets hurt, they're in for a lot of trouble.
I agree.
I'll
and
take
this would be.
I
would too. I mean, the Giants getting booed at home. The fans know the team isn't good this year, but down in New Orleans, I don't think they'll. 7 points is a lot, but I don't think the Giants are going to cover that on the road. We'll see. It'll be a good game to watch, though. But
I think the defense comes through and helps them cover.
Yeah, is the Giants' defense really any good? I don't think so.
It's okay. I think they're very underrated. They're okay, but no one gives the Saints defense any credit. Even though they don't really have any big names, they are playing very, very good. They scored 20 points in fantasy last week, and they beat the Patriots last week in Foxborough, shut down that whole entire offense.
Yep.
So give some love to the Saints defense, which nobody does.
And that's why you're seeing that over-under at 41 is because the Saints defense is so good. As far as the total,
I would lean under. I don't see the Giants scoring much.
I would lean under too, but that it looks pretty spot on for, this kind of game.
See, that's the total.
Yeah.
Think about it. It goes right back to it. This is what you want to bet the over. Because y'all like, oh, that's a low total. I'm going to take the over.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's going to be a low scoring game on the Giants side. I mean, Daniel Jones has the ability to move the chains with his legs, and when he's moving, he's dropping some passes in there, but he doesn't have his 2 top receivers. He's got Kenny Galladay, so he doesn't have 2 of his top 3 receivers. That's going to be difficult for him to make all those plays.
Kenny Galladay is going to be double teamed today.
He's going to be double. Marshawn Lattimore is going to be covering Galladay all day long.
Forget it.
So yeah, our lean is Saints -7 over under 41. Let's head to the Mile High Stadium. About Ravens 1-point dog on the road. This is the most suspicious line on the board to me. It's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em. Broncos have not played anybody good.
Nope.
Correct? So we don't really know. And the Ravens are clearly the best team they're going to play. Lamar Jackson's got a back injury. He is going to play.
Because he did that flip in the end zone.
Right. How healthy he is, that caused me pause. To me, this game, I'm staying away. You've got that factor with Lamar Jackson's back, and then the Broncos have a veteran quarterback who really, he has a knack for covering spreads. He didn't get the nickname Teddy Covers, for failing to cover spreads. So you're lean on the side for this game.
I'm on the Ravens. I'm not betting it, but I'm more on the Ravens than I am on the Broncos. I'm just not sold on the Broncos yet. This is going to be a dogfight. I do have one play in this game for a free play. I'm actually typing it in right now. That I have a great trend to follow up with it. Hold on. But I like the Ravens overall. I think the Ravens are going to surprise a lot of people, just like they did in Detroit. You got to remember, they
Yeah,
should have blown Detroit out last week. Marquise Brown dropped 3 touchdown passes in the end zone. Well, both of them leading into the end zone. One of them
that
in the
cost
end
me the
zone.
over.
It cost me the over. I like the Ravens. Don't let last week's score um, determine your factor. Broncos, they haven't played anybody. They played the
Right.
Jets, they played the Jaguars, and they played the Giants. There's nothing to brag about there. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a very good team, but Cortland Sutton is out. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry Judy is out. So they
Yep.
have one top receiver in
KJ
Cortland
Hamler is out
Sutton.
too.
Yeah, and they got Noah Fant.
Sutton, Noah Fant, and Tim Patrick.
Bridgewater's nothing fancy. He's just he's the guy that's going to manage the game, and that's all he
Yeah.
needs to do in
Yep.
Denver because they have a great defense. I would lean the under, and I would take Baltimore because the way to get Bridgewater off his toes is get pressure on him, and I think Baltimore brings enough pass rush to bother Bridgewater to make enough mistakes, and Baltimore wins in a very
Right
high
now,
game.
to me, I'm leaning under. This is 2 defensive teams. Both teams like to run the ball. Melvin Gordon will play this game. He's banged up. They also have Javonte Williams, who's been really good running the ball in Denver. Coaching, the advantage for me is Ravens. John Harbaugh, very good coach, great game planner. Vic Fangio kind of makes some lunkhead calls during games, as far as managing the game. But his defenses really play tough. You got the mile high factor of teams coming out there to play, getting gassed, in the high elevation.
Yep.
So Max Edge lean is Ravens. I might be contrarian and take the Broncos in this one. I don't know. I mean, I could see Lamar Jackson going out, taking one hit.
Can go both ways.
Yeah, it can go both ways.
I'm gonna show. You'll see what we like in the free play. We have 2 free plays, and you'll see what I'm saying. But and the side is not really where you want to go. Believe it or not, it's the total, and I think we're gonna see some awesome field goals between McManus, who can kick far, and Tucker, who
had a 66-yarder. Yeah, 66-yarder to beat the Lions. So. All right, let's give out our free play for today. Ready to give out the free play?
I'm ready.
All right. All right, and there it is. We got. Oh man, I like where you went with the first half. The under 22, very cool. That's man.
I'm going to tell you why.
Yep.
The Ravens are 2-1 this year in the under first half. The Broncos are 3-0 against at the under first half. And the only game that the Ravens under did not cash was versus Kansas City, and I'm going to explain why. Because Kansas City has no defense.
Yeah.
And you got Patrick Mahomes wingling it, throwing it down the field. You scratch that game out, you're 5-0 on the under first half. 2 defensive teams. 22 is a very low number. Don't get me wrong, very low. But you're not going to see a lot.
I'm right there.
In the first half.
This screams 10-6 at halftime.
Yeah.
7-6, 9-7.
1,000.
Yep. Great play, great call. I wish I could bet it.
Oh yeah, you're in Illinois, right?
I cannot bet this game. I am on the road doing the show from my hotel. And, of course, Iowa. I have to be in Iowa to place my bets. So I wish I could bet this one. All right. That's a great call, man. Love that first half play. Titans.
And then we also got the Titans -6.
All right.
Regardless of the injuries, It's the Jets.
Yep, it is the Jets.
I do have a pound in this game, that Titans game. For you to find out, you got to join VIP though, and
Yep.
it is. I love this. I love the bomb in that game. Love it.
So sign up because Anthony is one of the best at what he does. And if you're missing out, if you're not joining his VIP, I'm trying to bring him a wider audience. So Anthony and I are here to help you make smart wagers.
This is what I do for a living, guys.
Yep.
I quit my job last December.
Full
This is
time.
what I do for a living. Full time.
Full time. Anthony is capping games.
I feel like I'm retired. 34 years old, and I feel like I'm retired.
Well, I learned from you, so thank you for that. And I want to talk. Is our lottery ticket still alive?
No, so we
were so
had a
close.
heartbreaker. We had a heartbreaker last night, guys. If you followed along with the lottery ticket, we had Georgia minus 18,
Yep.
which that was the game I was worried about. We had Michigan money line plus money. That was beautiful. That was where the money came out. Boosted the
Great call.
money came out. Texas minus 4. They won by 5. Wake Forest won by a last-minute field goal. And then the one team that I hate, and I've been telling Tooch since before the season started, I hate Florida. I'm not sold on them. Those idiots lose to Kentucky, on the road, but you had 8 tries in the end zone, first and goal, 8 tries. They miss it on 4th and goal, face mask penalty. You get a new set of downs. Guess what? First and goal on the 4-yard line. Wrong. False start. First and goal on the 9. Horrible play calling. Horrible. Florida is officially on my no playlist. It's not the fact that it was $25 wager. It was the fact that going into today, we had the Chiefs money line, the Saints money line, the Titans money line, the Rams money line, and there was one more. But either way, I love my chances, our chances.
The next week we'll have another one. So stay tuned. And tomorrow we'll be here 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern to talk Monday Night Football. And we'll recap Sunday. So join us then. And good luck today, everybody. And we'll see you then.
Have a good one.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire, to